Hello, hello. What? Getting the YouTube stream set up. There we go. What's up? Welcome. It's been a long time since I've been live. Actually, I did go live once this year in January, out in the backyard with a fire going. But my regular lives, I used to go live at least once a week for years. And I suppose I took a break. And maybe I'm still on break, I don't know. But I wanted to hop back on and see what happens. Let me make sure the YouTube stream is working. Hello, hello. Yes, live. Okay, good deal. We've got it. There we go. Let's see. You know what? I'm not even going to share it. Let's just see what happens, I think. So I used to go live once a week at least for years. I don't know, 3 years maybe. It felt like a long, hey, what's up, Professor Rick? What's up, Lost in Sauce? I was just saying, I used to go live all the time, at least once a week for years, a couple of times a week, some weeks. But I went live once this year. It was in January. Before that, it had been a few months. And so I've just been on a break. I don't know why. I don't even know how long it's been, but it's been a long time besides the one time in January. I think it was several months actually before that. And usually my background's a little bit more spicy, it's spicier. But I haven't been live in a long time, like I said, so I just kind of made it mild and harmless, I suppose. Like a year. What's up, my friend? It has been, besides the one in January. Alan Watts t-shirt, he makes a couple subtle linguistic mistakes. I think he would laugh at that and enjoy that. Hello, Ben. Yeah, it has been like a year. It's been a long time, besides January. What's up, Gabriel? What's happening, my friend? Hello, hello. Since I haven't been posting, I posted a couple of, like on this day you posted this video, right? So let's see, they're important mistakes. Though since they're his main points. Oh, okay. What mistakes are you referring to? Tired. How's your beach project going? Oh, it's going really well. Actually, we're setting up. We have our cabanas that we're setting up tomorrow for Livestream Surf and Music Festival. Our cabanas are going to be the VIP cabanas for the festival. So I'm pretty excited about that. We have some cabanas to set up on the beach, and then we're going to the festival, which is a surf and music festival. It's going to be incredible. I love the event here on the island. It's one of my favorites. There's music around the clock, just constant bands on the stages. And I'm pretty proud that I'm really excited that our cabanas are out there as the VIP cabanas, but it's going to be a good bit of work. You are the universe's language error. Okay, how so? I mean, it could be said in so many different ways. And great to hear summertime is coming. I know I'm ready. You guys are going to rock it. I hope so. I think so too. The universe is you, but you are not the universe. Well, I think those are one and the same kind of, because who is you? There is no real you. You doesn't exist as an ego, as a separate entity. There is no you. The wave is the ocean itself, right? So saying the ocean is the wave or the wave is the ocean is just saying the same thing. So I don't think don't think it's an error so much as maybe a preference, saying something as a preference, right? Because again, there is no you ultimately. You are an illusion, the ego you, the egoic you, the persona, the mask, the individual that is separate from everything around you. That is an illusion. It doesn't exist. It's made up and built of all these separate things in your senses and your perceptions and your thoughts. All those things make up this illusion of you, when really you are the ocean of being. You are the universe. You are awareness. You are the Tao. You are Brahman. There's so many. You are God. You are existence. However you want to say it, there's so many different ways you can say it, and that's who you are. That's who you are really, not the ego you, but the real you. And that's what I mean when I put that up there. And I think that's what he means as well, perhaps. Love the shirt. Thank you so much. Actually, you can go to rickquestionsthings.com, and I usually put it up here, but I didn't. I think it's right there, but you can't really see it. I make these shirts. I make a lot of different types of shirts. And if you go to rickquestionsthings.com, you can find some of those. But thank you. That's a compliment. I appreciate it. What's up, Bo? Yeah, Alan Watts. I love Alan Watts. The universe appears in awareness. Watts makes indiscriminate error equating perceptions to you. It's just that none of those things is separate. I mean, when you get down to it, even your perceptions are the universe playing. Your perceptions are awareness playing, or consciousness playing, or the Tao playing. You're the energy of all things playing, taking forms and flowing. And so even what's up, my friend? Yes, I'm back tonight. So even your perceptions, even the illusion, Maya, however you want to express it in words inadequate, that is the universe playing, or the energy flowing. I mean, it's not an illusion in the sense that it doesn't actually exist. It's a real illusion in the sense that it's the play of the universe. It's the play of all of existence. So I think the problem is we get hung up on words, and we think or pretend that we can actually express the ultimate in words definite, and we can't. Good to see you as well. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, we're doing well. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you guys. So good to see you guys. It really is, because I was just, before you guys got on, I was saying how long it's been. I know. I was just saying that. It has been forever. I went live once this year in January. Before that, it had been several months. And it's just been a very long time. I was saying I used to go live at least once a week for years, sometimes more than once a week. Ultimate is inexpressible, right? But not being hung up on words leads to indiscriminate linguistic errors. But that's the thing, is that ultimately errors don't even exist. It's the universe playing, right? I can disagree with someone who uses particular words, but ultimately that disagreement is of the mind. These words are of the mind, and the mind is just nothing. It's nothing. It's the universe at play. It's a happening. It's all built and constructed of everything around us. So it really. Yeah, no, thank you, Ben. And thank you so much for the conversation. This is incredible. Really good, really good. Do you have any new concepts of Taoism? Wait, I almost tried to scroll with my laptop here. Rick, do you have any new concepts in Taoism you've been reading? What's up, Jay Will? I'm glad to get to see and hear you as frequently or not as you desire. It's so good to see you all. Golly, it's really good to be here and see you guys. It's been so long. Taoism, well, hold on. Yeah, we'll get to that. Let me finish with this real quick. Taoism. I mean, not in particular, not specifically Taoism, but I've been obviously growing and learning and living and spending time inside and meditating and just resonating and awakening, because I think there's always movement going on as far as our minds are concerned. We're always learning things or unlearning things. And so specifically Taoism, no, but I mean, good grief. I'm always learning and just going deeper and deeper, I'd like to see if we can break from subtle Watt's errors. Are you the body, right? So that you word again, what is the body? The body is the universe at play as well. It is the energy of all things. It is existence. And we can't make that separation between existence and the quote unquote you, or the quote unquote body, or it's like saying, who am I apart from my heart? Well, I'm nothing. I'm nobody apart from my heart. I die, right? What is the wave apart from the ocean? That's the better metaphor. That's the better analogy, because when you take the wave away from the ocean, well, the wave, there is nothing. There is no wave. The wave doesn't exist. Why? Because it is the ocean. You can't separate the wave from the ocean. And the same, hey, what's up, my friend? The same thing holds true with us. You can't take us away from existence. We are existence, right? And so these egos, these collective egos, are just the play of existence. That's what we are deep down. What's up, Dad? What's happening, my friend? Hello. You are the universe is an error if you see universe equals perception. No. Well, I guess I do feel like we're getting hung up on words, but I would like to hear your thoughts. Maybe write out your thoughts. Let me react to the Watts video I edited about technology. I will try to remember. If you send me a message, I'll go check it out. Duncan. So yeah, it's been a long time. I see so many familiar people, and I'm so glad to see you. It's amazing. Because like I said, I used to go live at least weekly for years. At least weekly. You hear that jangling? It's my dog with his allergies scratching. I'm reading your comments. I'm just thinking about them as you type them. Okay, good. You sent me a message. Alan Watts fanboy. Oh, you can't hear me on YouTube. Oh, I know why. Hang on one second. Well, what a bummer. Let me see if I can fix that. Let's try this. Hello. Let me get rid of this. Hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me on YouTube? I had the wrong mic hooked up. And what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Whoa, how did I get caught up? Let's see. New here, you sound like you are from Alabama. I am not, but whoa, I've never heard that before. Never heard Alabama. I'm originally from Louisiana, but I live in Texas now. No, but I can hear on TikTok. And you still can't hear me on YouTube? Oh, man. Yeah, I see that. Now I bet you can hear me on YouTube. There we go. Now it's good. I just didn't click a button. Just one button. Yeah, it'd be really nice if we could all be consistent in our grammar and word usage. Yes, that's impossible. It's just never gonna happen. Words can never fully really express the truth. Good, you can hear me. Awesome. Can never express the inexpressible. Obviously, if it's inexpressible, it can't be expressed. But we can get as close as we can with the words that we know, and we use the language that we use to try to get as close as we can to it. Yeah, I tend to give Watts a bit of grace in that regard. You have to, yeah. You have to give Watts grace. You have to give all of them grace. Nisargadatta Maharaj. I'm reading here and there. I pick up "I am that" again because I've read it a few times, and a lot of his language. I read it and I go, that's not the language I would really want to use there. But I know what he means. I know what he's trying to express, and it's the inexpressible. It's something experienced, right? And so listen to Osho or Rupert Spira, or any of them. You can pick any of Ram Dass or whoever you want. You can listen to them and you can find ways that they are trying to express the inexpressible, and you go, I don't like the way you put that. I don't really want to think of it that way, but I know what they're getting at. I know what they're trying to express, and it's the inexpressible. And so I know that's why it's so hard to put it into words. And then we use words so differently. Some of us have a different idea of what a particular word means, and someone else, here's the ultimate master. He disagreed with her. The ultimate master. You listen to Rupert Spira, or you listen to, because I listen to Rupert Spira sometimes. I have in the past. I haven't in a long time, or I've read him as well. And sometimes I'm like, I don't like the particular words he's using there, but I know exactly what he's trying to get at. I know what he's trying to express and communicate. It's more of an experience than anything. Nobody. Yes, I have. I have done that. A friend of mine told me to do it, and it was it was hilarious. Ben, even that, pronunciation. You're a word guy. I can tell. And really, words fall way too short to get at anything we want to get at. Because words by nature, their very nature, separate. We're using words as scalpels. We're separating existence with our words. And really, it is all one flowing process. It's a flowing existence. It's the flowing energy of all things. It's a process. It is what is, and there is no separation within it. You can't pull it apart and separate it into different pieces. It is a whole. And when we speak, then we are attempting to, in our attempts to bring it all together in words, we're, by words, the very nature of words and communication, separating it out. And it can be frustrating. It can be frustrating. How do I express this inexpressible that I experience? How can I put these things into words? Thank you. I am the Boop. I appreciate that. You can go to rickquestionsthings.com and you can get them there, or link to Etsy as well. I make all kinds of shirts like this, and I'm a fan of them. I wear them all the time. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Basically, there's no right or wrong way to attain enlightenment. There are there are many different ways to wake up. There are many different ways to, hey, what's up, Steph? There are many different ways. Hey, what's up, brother? Good to see you guys. Good to see everybody. It's so good to see everybody. It's crazy. It's so nostalgic, isn't it? It's been so long. But it feels natural. It feels like home. Yeah, I like the chill steps as well. Those are really good. Thank you, Steph. Yeah, it's good to be back. I went live once in January this year. That's it. In the backyard with a fire. And then Before that, it had been months, but I was just telling everybody earlier, I used to go live for years. I went live for a few years. I went live weekly at least, for such a long time. And we had a great little community. And so many of you are still here, and I'm still here. So it feels like home. When Watts made his point, the universe moves. He left out main truth that it doesn't. I followed you. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for your presence and stopping in and saying that. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, Joel. How you doing? I appreciate that. Those are good conversations, and this is the very point I'm trying to make, is that we can go round and round with words, and even how to pronounce words. Sometimes we can't even agree how to pronounce words. I pronounce a lot of words really weird sometimes, like comfortable. A lot of people are like, what did you just say? Comfortable, instead of, most people I guess say comfortable, but I say comfortable, or interesting, or oh man, I cannot say compass. I say compass. I don't know, it's spelled compass, and in my brain is compass, right? So we can't even, there's so many even words that we can't agree, even how to pronounce them, much less what they mean. And so words, we can get caught up and hung up on words, or trying to nail down, how are we going to explain and communicate this inexpressible truth of existence, the nature of existence, the nature of reality? How can I even communicate that to anyone, right? Using words, which by their very nature, like, counteracts what I'm trying to say, goes against what I'm trying to say. So it's really, it's a tough thing to communicate them, but I think we have to give each other grace. We have to be gracious with each other and patience with each other, and say, okay, I know what you're trying to express. I may not particularly agree with the way you're trying to express it with these certain words, but I know what you're trying to express, and I know the experience you're trying to communicate to us. And that's where grace comes in, right? That's where grace comes in. And, you can, I think it's very counter effective to be too hung up on the words. I think it is. I really think it is. We can become dogmatic. We can become very religious and dogmatic, right? And dogmatism separates. Religion separates. And the very truth that we are trying to express is one of unity and uniting, right? And so when we become dogmatic and we become, what's up, busting biscuits? Hello, Cosmic. What's up, Jess? When we I lost my train of thought because my friends keep showing up, and I'm so glad. Man, we've had some really good conversations so far, though. Just about trying to express what we're trying to express is unity, and so when we are hung up on words and precise meaning of words, and are we piecing these words together properly in a way that everyone's going to agree, or that it's going to express the inexpressible perfectly, I think we become dogmatic, and that's where we can get into trouble. Not in trouble, but that's where we begin to counteract and go against the very thing that we're trying to communicate, which is unity, which is non-duality, which is one existence. And that is what getting hung up on words and meaning, and getting hung up on dogmatism or doctrine or even religion does. It completely dismantles the very experience, or it acts against the very experience we're trying to communicate. Best What's commentator I've seen, very respectful host and chat. Oh, thank you, Ben. Well, I really appreciate you very, very much. Hey, Sarah, thank you. Bustin' Biscuits. What's up, dude? What's up, my friend? Ben, I appreciate you very much. Really good conversation. Great comments. Great points. It's good thought. It's good, like, good things to work through. I almost started hitting invites, like sharing and stuff, but I was afraid I was going to mess up. I haven't done this in so long, and a lot of the controls have changed. And I was trying to get my YouTube stream working, and the audio wasn't working, and I forgot I hooked up the wrong mic. I had the wrong audio input, and then I didn't unmute it. It was a mess getting started. Hey, Sarah, thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. Just told you about it. Thanks for all the lightning. I appreciate that. Yeah, we've had some great conversation already. It's only been like, I don't know how long I've been live, maybe 20, 30 minutes, maybe. I don't know. How long has it been? 26 minutes. I forgot YouTube counts it, or OBS Studio is what I'm using, actually. Yeah, go ahead and like and share so we can have more conversation. Been missing these live streams in the community that was here. I know. Good to see most are still here. It's so good. I know. When do you start the college thing? The meditation teacher training course. I started it. We had one, so it's every Sunday so I started this. I am going through this meditation teacher training course, and it started last Sunday, and it's very intensive. There's a lot of stuff going on, so there's lots of reading, lots of I've been practicing meditation for a good while now, but there's daily meditations, there are videos that we have to watch, discussions we have to do, and then we go on the live Zoom. There's a fly buzzing around me. We have to go on a live Zoom on Sundays, and then we have like tons of discussions, and we're going through different things like Buddhism, points of Buddhism, and Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, and different types of meditations and all those kinds of things. It's so interesting. It's really, really good stuff. So I'm enjoying it, and it's only been 2 weeks. That's awesome. Dude, I need to teach it on the lives. Yeah, I plan to. Yeah, thanks, Jess. I appreciate it. I haven't seen you in the live. Oh, mask. Yeah, I know. It's been a long time. Is the class for a specific form of meditation or overall forms? So it is right now. It's more. It's definitely centered in or grounded in Buddhism. Specifically, this course is Theravada Buddhism, and so it's focusing on Vipassana meditation. And so you start with awareness of the breath, and you focus on the breath, the literal breath going in through the nostrils and out, and you feel the sensations of the breath. And so when your thoughts begin to when your mind gets caught up in a thought, your anchor point is the breath. And so you sit and you train the mind is kind of what the meditation is teaching. Train the mind to be centered and grounded or anchored on one thing, right? And so in training the mind to be anchored on one thing, namely the breath, you start to see those benefits in daily life as well, because that's the point of meditation as well. If you can say there's a point, it's not really a point, but if you can say there's a point of meditation, if you want to put it in those words, it is that your life becomes a meditative existence, a life of meditation. So, and I've always kind of viewed meditation that way. Breath focus is challenging for me. We can talk about that too. I've always viewed meditation more as a state of living, of life, a meditative life. You are walking daily in a meditative state, but there is something to be said for the practice of meditation, because I started meditating daily just this year. I mean, I would meditate regularly, or I would go mainly walking meditations and things like that, walking on the beach and meditating, but daily sitting I started in this year in January. And I really enjoy it. Like, Zen would say, really you meditate, you sit just to sit. Theravada Buddhism, I think, would say, well, you sit just to sit, but you also are working towards something. And so that breath focus works, other version of me, works towards a training of the mind on a singular anchor point, so that eventually you go beyond the mind and become the witness. You become more aware, or maybe more aware of your true nature, beyond the ego, beyond the separate entity that we believe that we are. And that, if you could say there's a point of meditation, that's really what the point of meditation is to break down that illusion of separation. Not the real Dwight. What's up, my friend? How's it going? Let's see. Yes, I just saw Ben and Bo, what you said. That's exactly what I mean. Yeah, not become the witness. You're not becoming the witness. Ben keeping me on my toes with my words. But becoming the witness simply means a realization that you are the witness. Oh, am I kind of freezing up a little bit? Oh, nice shirt. Thank you. Oh, wow. Fun fact. The witness. Wow. Who's the guy on the shirt? It's Alan Watts. And you can find my Alan Watts shirts and other Buddha shirts and all kinds of stuff on rickquestionsthings.com. There's also a link to my Etsy shop if you feel more comfortable with the Etsy shop. Big B being. When host is on top of his game, all I got is minor linguistic grievances. Precision is next to godliness, is the paraphrase quote goes. Somebody said they find focus on the breath or meditation of the breath challenging. You still here? Because what you probably mean is that your mind, that the Buddhists call it the monkey mind. Your mind jumps from here to there and there and here and there and there, right? And so you get lost or caught up in the thoughts. But that is part of awareness. You're realizing that your thoughts are happening. You're witnessing those thoughts take place at some point. You may forget, and you may sink into or be lost in those thoughts, but eventually you remember, you come to, you realize, wait a second, there are thoughts going on. That realization is actually a good thing. That's awareness. That's you seeing those thoughts as they take place. And then you can let those thoughts drift as a cloud through the sky and just go, because that's all they are. Thoughts are just a happening. They're spontaneous happenings. You aren't your thoughts. That's not who the real you is, right? And so these thoughts are just happening. And the mind, we don't even realize how many thoughts per second are just cycling through the mind. Boom, 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 rapid fire, like a machine gun. Just brrr. And we don't even know how many thoughts we're having, actually, until you sit down and you try to not have those thoughts, right? And so you focus on the breath, and while you're focusing on the breath in and out of the nostrils, and you find yourself lost in thought, maybe you're thinking about something in the past, or something you said, or something you're going to do, or you're thinking about a pain you're having, or something like that, and you realize it. When you realize it, that's awareness. That's, I'm aware of these thoughts. I'm aware of what my mind is doing right now. You're making this witnessing move, right? You're becoming the witness of the mind at that point, and you come back to the breath. You make a conscious effort or movement back to the breath and say, okay, I see what's going on. Going back to the breath, And you may have to do that 1,000 times in one meditation. You might have to do that 1,000 times in one meditation, and that's okay. That means that you're becoming more and more aware. And I think what happens is, off and on, I think they're friends without a friend. Thanks, Bo. I'm missing a lot of comments. I'm going to try to scroll back. But what happens is you do find that it happens over time, less and less. You still have days where your monkey mind is crazy, but you find those things happening less and less. And that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning, because now you see what's going on. You recognize the condition of the mind and the monkeyness of the mind and the activity of the mind. And then you start to notice that in your daily life, not just when you're sitting on the cushion. You start realizing it in the kitchen. You start realizing it in your daily life, and you start recognizing all these thoughts, and you're seeing them going through the sky, right, as clouds, and you're aware of these thoughts, right? And you can even come to the breath if you need to in daily life as well, while you're walking and talking and whatever. I mean, you can still have this anchor point in the breath, or the center of, the abdomen, or wherever. But all of that is just the beginning. Let me see. I know I missed. Power of Now is a good book to understand how to manage thoughts. I still haven't read Power of Now, and it's been recommended so many times. I've never read Tolle. I think that's how you say his name. Ben can probably tell me. But I haven't read it, but I bought it, and I never read it because everybody recommends it. I just have so many books that I love to read. It's hard for me to ever try considering an ayahuasca session. Well, I'm not going to get into that on here, but yes, I have considered that. There are other things that go along with that I probably shouldn't talk about on here. But asking for context is awesome. My point is that context is you are what you experience without context. You are what you what would you say to that, Ben? You are what you experience. Yeah, about Advaita Vedanta. Sure, yeah. I was talking about guys like Nisargadatta Maharaj a while ago. Rupert Spira, apparently, Ben. I've never heard Spira, only Spira, but I don't have very large circles in this game. I'm kind of a lone ranger, so the way I read it is the way I pronounce it. Yeah, Bo, that's a great point. That's exactly right, Bo. I would say you're not what you experience, but and when you say you were not what you experience, you're talking about the ultimate you. You're talking about existence itself, right? I don't know, would you call it the self? I know that a lot of Advaita Vedantins call it the self. Nisargadatta Maharaj might say the self. Maybe Spira. I'm saying Spira now, so I'm trusting you, Ben, that it's Spira. I'm trusting you, my friend. Brahman, Tao, the Tao, Buddha, nature. There are a lot of ways that people have put it and a lot of words for it. Spira. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to hold you accountable, Ben, that it's Spira, not Spira. I'm just joking. I believe you. I've even heard a ton of people say Spira, like in interviews and things like that. And I guess he never corrects them. I called him Spira for months too. I'd like to hear Rupert say it, I guess. If we hear I guess I've never heard him say it. Only other people. If we're the non-dualistic all, then we are indeed what we experience, in my opinion. So the ego is what is experienced, but that is an illusion. The ego is all of the thoughts and all of the conditioning. It's all of the conditioning is what the ego is. Everything. It's the if we are if you think about the ocean, right? The experience of a wave is the experience of the ocean, but it's not right to call it the experience of the ocean. It's just the ocean waving. How do you experience something unless it is dualistic, unless it is separate from you? There is no separation ultimately, right? The only way I can experience something truly is that is in some way separate from who I am and what I am. And I don't think that's ultimately what happens or is true, but as this concentration of consciousness, small consciousness or ego or persona or however we want to look at it, I experience things all the time. We are the universe experiencing itself, right? We are these little small c consciousnesses or little small egos and masks that are experiencing these things as a conditioned ego. But does the wave, is there really such a thing as a wave that is separate from the ocean? Is there really such a thing as a wave at all when we think of it as something separate from the ocean? No, there isn't. There is only the ocean. That's all that there is in that analogy. If there was just the ocean and waves, that "and" there isn't quite the truth. It is the ocean waving, if we're going to put it accurately, right? It's not, I surf. I'm a surfer. I look out at the water and I say, man, look at the waves. Oh, look at that wave. Look at that wave, as though they are these individual separate entities. And it's really just a way of speaking, obviously. But waves aren't separate from the ocean. They are the ocean. The ocean is all that exists in that analogy. Likewise, there are no separate entities like Rick and Bo and Josh and Jess and Ben and everybody. There are no truly separate entities. There is only the ocean of being, existence itself, and that's what you are. That's what you are, who you are, the truth of your nature, the nature of reality, your reality. The truth of you is that analogy, what's behind that analogy. What causes the wave? Well, it's the ocean waving, and the analogy will break down if you every analogy breaks down at some point, because it is these words of the finger pointing to the moon, and we get hung up on the finger, right? And that's exactly how this conversation started with Ben as well, is that words can't get to it. They just can't get to it. And there is no perfect analogy, and there are no perfect words to express the inexpressible, and that's why it is inexpressible. But if there's only a not, if all of existence is non-dual, it's just existence, inseparable, then cause, the very word cause or change, Ben, is just a figment of the imagination. It's just a human concept. And so many things that we talk about are human concepts. They aren't ultimate concepts, because there aren't any ultimate concepts. There are only human concepts. And that's what we have to work with, right? And so many of our human concepts are true. Hey, what's up? Sarah, what's happening? Good to see you. Yeah, so I mean, everything that we express is human language, human words, human concept. And so we have to approach all of this with some measure of grace. That's why Buddhism taught anatta, no self, because self is an intrinsic part of existence, indivisible. Yes. Literal physical construct or as metaphor. So what's with these people thinking the world's flat? I don't know. I don't even get into it. You have school tomorrow. So we do, but I'm off because we're setting up for Lie Scared a Surf and Music Festival. The world's flat question. So we're setting up our cabanas for the VIP spots for the Lie Scared a Surf and Music Festival. I'm pretty pumped about it. I'm ready. I love the festival. It's like such good music, a lot of local talent, local music, and a surf contest that goes on the beach. And so our cabanas are going to be the VIP cabanas. And of course, we're going to be there at the festival too. So I took off tomorrow. So yeah, Bustin, I have to. So we're gonna get up. We're gonna set a cabana a cabana up on the beach for some other people, and then we're going to the festival grounds that's right across from the beach, and we have to set up there. And then the festival actually kicks off at 2, so we have to have it all set up before 2. And then it's tomorrow and Saturday. And I'm hoping the weather holds out. It's supposed to rain. It seems like it rains every weekend for Lie Scared. I'm hoping it doesn't rain. Last year we had a whole crew of people holding down our cabanas while the wind was blowing. It was like 40-mile-per-hour winds. It was crazy. I'm hoping there's no wind because we want to stay set up overnight. We don't want to have to tear down and set back up on Saturday. So, have I shown you guys this? Just give me a thumbs up if I've shown you this. I know it's backwards, but I'm trying to get it on TikTok and YouTube. The Way of Zen by Alan Watts. Check this out. My prized possession. I've even got it in a little case here. It's a very dusty corner. It's hard to keep this corner clean. So here's my Way of Zen, original first edition. And it is signed with 2 different brushes. So with one brush, he wrote, "For Jim and Jean, with all good wishes, Alan Watts." Oh, you can't see it. There it is. For Jim and Jean. I was looking at the YouTube screen. "For Jim and Jean, with all good wishes, Alan Watts." And then with another brush, he wrote something here, which is a line of a poem, a Zen poem. And then wrote his name here with the same thicker brush, and then put a stamp there on the book. And this is like my precious. My precious. This is it. Oh, man. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Very meaningful for me. I would actually like to take a pilgrimage, an Alan Watts pilgrimage. I was corresponding with his daughter, Ann Watts. We have emailed back and forth several times, and I was trying to plan like an Alan Watts pilgrimage where I go to California and I want to see some of the sites, you know, the ferry boat, the Vallejo where he lived, the house in Druid Heights. It's still there and it's dilapidated. It's all going back to nature, which is what the builder wanted in the end of the house, and all that whole neighborhood, that whole community, that's all going back to nature. But anyway, she's willing to help me out and try to get me access to all these places when I finally get the chance to make it out there. Yeah, no parts, wave metaphors limited. Yes, as with all metaphors, there is no metaphor that isn't limited. Again, you know, we've been talking about this a lot, the limitation of words and communication and language, putting the inexpressible in expression, expressing the inexpressible. It's just simply impossible. Thanks for the follow, Tina. Well, I've been on for 51 minutes. You know, I used to, man, busting. You guys, remember when I used to go live for like 3 or 4 hours? Yes, exactly, Bo. Language is inherently dualistic by nature. They are little scalpels. Words are little scalpels. So we're slicing and dicing as we speak, right? And that's contrary to what we're trying to express, which is the inseparable, the inscalpable. Inscalpable. Is that a word? Hey, Patrina, what's up? Good to see you. Language is linear and concepts are whole with wholeness. Language is linear, and yeah, and that's the other thing too. It's bound in time. Our language is bound in time. Words, one word follows another, and what we're trying to get at is timeless. It is the whole. I know I miss you guys too. I've been on for like 52 minutes, and it's been incredible just seeing everybody and having great conversation. It's been amazing. And it's been a long time. The last time I went live was in January. And before that was several months. But you guys remember when I used to go live for 3 or 4 hours? I would go live every Friday. I would go live for like 3 or 4 hours. And it would be like 2 or 3 in the morning when I would get off. But that was, you know, there was a lot of spiciness going on there. Right, Bustin? 10 hours. Oh my God, that's crazy. Crazy. Those were spicier days, I think. Just yesterday, did my first live stream. Nice, Bo. So many parrots. So many parrots, yes. Yeah, man. They would flock in and we'd say, here come the parrots. But it was a lot spicier back then, wasn't it? The spicier backgrounds. Kind of chilled out, I think, lately. In January, it was chill, and I figured tonight will be chill. Back in the good old days. Now I feel like it's just going way downhill. TikTok in general. What do you mean exactly? We are the universe. Well, man, we've talked about that a lot. To be fair, it isn't slicing and dicing words when what's spira mean opposite things with context. Perhaps. Well, I do have to get up in the morning and set up a whole lot of cabanas for a festival and on beaches. About to take my last sip of tea. But this was beautiful. Amazing. I don't know what that sound was on my computer. I think it was the computer. It's great seeing you too, Bo. Really amazing. Enjoy sounds like a great time. Yeah, it's such a good time. I love it. Love it. We need more of you here. I'm going to try. I've been saying it so long. I want to be on here more. I want to engage more. Excellent host and comment. Thank you, Ben. Same to you, my friend. Really enjoyed it. Take it easy, man. Yeah, have a great weekend. Bustin'. Awesome night. Thanks. An awesome day. Thank you so much. Good seeing you too, Jess. Yeah, I'll see you next time. I'm hoping to do this more. I really am. I know I say it all the time. Bustin will text me and say, when you going live? I'm like, man, soon. It's gotta be soon. And I never do. And I always like, I want to. I am a busy person. I am a busy person for sure. When the nighttime comes, I just get really tired because I do a lot. But I love this. I need it, really. I love the community. I love the conversation. I love thinking about these things together and trying to express them and the inexpressible 4 months later. Oh, man. I know. I'm really going to try. I'm going to try. But, you know, like I was talking with Bustin, I am in that I would like to maybe guide some meditations here and there too. That would be fun as well. Yeah, I'm glad, Bo and Ben, I'm glad you guys had some good conversation as well. That was good to watch. Yeah, I would like to guide some meditations as well here on TikTok, here and there, every once in a while. Oh, thank you, Patrina. Rick has been sneaking off and preaching in with us. The snakes in Louisiana. Yeah, man, I think I will. I want to. I'm gonna try. We'll need to like schedule a meditation or something, because it was fun to talk about too. All right, coming up on an hour. I'm gonna hit the bed, do a little reading, and fall asleep after reading. Get up and set up cabanas, but it's going to be fun. That festival is really fun. It's such a good vibe. I mean, it's like a hippie festival. You know, it's surf and music, a surf contest while all the bands are playing for 2 straight days. It's really fun. It really is. Secret house church. I did have a house church when I was in ministry. I did. At the end of it, I like branched off. I exited out of the organized church and left the denominations and started working with house church movements and planted house churches. The good kind. Have a wonderful weekend too, Katrina. I appreciate you. I mean, Patrina, I was looking at 2 different things at once. I had a WhatsApp with my meditation class at the same time. Well, I love you guys. So good to see you. Keep in touch. I'm going to try to not wait 4 months down the road to go live again. I really am going to try to not wait 4 months down the road. And try to go live earlier than that. Hopefully soon. All right. I love you guys so much. It was so good to see you guys. Such good conversation. Great conversation. And I'll see you soon. Keep in touch. Good night. Love you guys.